fight is gone to Rex's. It turns out that continuous spin does a lot of damage. Outrageous.
Guess what? It's waffle time. There's a different energy in the house this morning because Nate was preparing to leave on an overnight in the mountains with his friends. Nate never does like overnight stuff. He's pretty much home if he's not at work, which I adore, but I'm really happy that he had the opportunity to get out, do some self-care, be in the mountains. So I put on my little outfit, and it just so happened that he was wearing his green shirt, and it was a little bit matchy-matchy. Ow. Oh my god. What did it do? I am seated. I am writing my morning pages. I just fed my children. Nate left. But it's so important for him to have his time alone and time away. I mean, he pulled the sustainer this month, and it like literally is an image of hands holding a world. Like he holds our whole world, you know. He is like the structure to this whole thing, and I'm so grateful. The messaging was also like, you know, take care of yourself. What do you need to do to maintain that? I need it. So yeah, whatever you gotta do. So I'm happy for him and I'm happy for me. I'm scouring Facebook Marketplace, and I'm like, we can do anything we want because Dad's gone. So that's the vibe. I went ahead and put on this cute little outfit. I just threw it on real fast so Nate would miss me. I can't remember if I showed you. This is one of the skirts that I got at the thrift last weekend. So it's like, I don't know if this is jersey, but it feels like it could be jersey because there's just that little give to it. And oh, the brand is Fully Jezebel. And so it's like a nice little tight up here, a little bit, you know, hugging in other places. And it still shows off my Dom Pim tattoos, which is imperative to me. But it is like a little bit chilly outside, and now that he's gone, I'm like, okay, I'm probably just gonna put on sweats so I can get down with my kids today. But you know, I hate to see you go, love to watch you leave type thing. I'm gonna do my pages. Feeling ecstatic about the day. Nothing too much going on. I'm gonna try to be chill as possible, also knowing that I have to edit the vlog still. Oh, let me pull a roomie. I'll let you know the roomie I pull. So this is me wrapping up week 6 of the Artist's Way, cruising into week 7, which is on recovering a sense of connection. And that's really all I can tell you because I haven't done my reading. Anyone still with us? Anyone doing the Artist's Way? You know what? I think I'm going to take this outside. My kids are outside and I'm kind of like sad I'm not with them. So, oh, the table's yucky. Let's take this outside. Oh, I'm always spilling this coffee. I should not be allowed to walk with coffee. Okay. Are these chairs that wet? Because this would be the perfect place for me to land. No, it's all wet. I have to go down. At least I'm clothed this morning. Hey, girl. Just had to take your top off. I get it.
What should I do?
You've got to get a new potion. Here, try this peach. See if it cures you.
Because we're playing a Bug's Life.
Okay, got
We're
it.
only roly-polies right now.
Oh.
We have a bunch of friends. My roly-poly mom. So
I am your roly-poly mom.
So far, we have a baby spider jumper in the territory of the king cobra and a viper. Ah! Zach, now you're alive again. Run! Run! You're Now then I nap.
Yes, Daphne.
First, that I did my bed. Which one is my bellow? I just went to my bellow. Ready. And then now they're not battling or coming here anymore because we battled so hard. Except maybe.
What, Angel?
What are you doing? I want to see the dog.
Okay.
I've never even seen that. Do this.
Fan them out. Okay, Daphne's gonna choose one. Can you wait for a moment?
She doesn't choose the card. I did not do this. Star Mother.
Arrakis.
Another.
Arrakis. That's in Dune, isn't it?
What?
I'm begging for space. I'm begging. We have a whole yard. And I came out here to be next
There's
to you.
a giant toad trying.
But
A toad, a spider, Army. Yes, guys, go and get her. We have
I just found out that you can tie this up. Ooh. There was like one string hanging in there, but now I've just discovered a string on the inside.
Ew, Daph, now
And you can
it shows to her flesh.
tie it up. Okay, that's intriguing to me. I can't believe I didn't just get that on camera. Like, I just turned the camera off. I went to go open the Rumi book. Okay, I went to open my Rumi book to page 7, to card 7, because that's what I got. But on the way, page 8, Cosmic Heart, has a dead encrusted spider inside.
Hi. I want to do.
But I wish I would have filmed the reaction because I just threw the book across. You can see it, Daphne.
Threw the whole book across the whole table.
I just did something psycho and threw the whole book across the table, which is a very visceral response that I continue to have to spiders. A lot of times I'm like cool these days, but that fear still lives deep inside of me, and it's always like a reality check whenever that happens. And this is psycho. This is crazy. 8, an 8-legged being on page 8, and I'm obviously going to leave it in there because I kind of like to test myself and scare myself. Now I at least know it's there, but it still, the adrenaline, you know, it still does that to me. I'm just saying this for like reference. I talk so tough.
Who was fighting you, Mom?
No one. You know, I act tough. I'm like, I'm Spider Gang, and I am. And I still, and part of the reason why I am Spider Gang, part of the reason why that's my lineage is because, like, there's a visceral connection. I have a complete reverence and respect and, like, fear for the spider also. So, that was crazy, and I can't believe I didn't get it on camera because I actually just turned it off.
Yeah.
No, she's just wondering where Dad is. Okay. Well, let's see. Well, then let's see. How did that even get in there, though? I'm like, literally, how did that get in there? How did that get in there? Where have I been? It's crazy town. It's crazy. Okay, I'm scared. Like, still scared, but how did it get in there and get, like, squished? Crazy. Okay, calm down. In the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. Stepping down from the clouds, it glanced at me. Like a falcon that hunts a bird and steals it away, it captured me and flew back to infinite space. As I looked for myself, I could not find me, for my body had become all soul in the tenderness of love. The 9 spheres of heaven dissolved in that moon as the ship of my existence drowned in the sea of love. This is interesting to me because I also was just reflecting on I work with like 9-year cycles for numerology and just tracking my personal like years, but also mine and Nate's 9th wedding anniversary. So our marriage is in a 9-year, entering a 9-year. That was interesting. The 9 spheres of heaven. I'll be curious about that.
Quirky the cricket.
Oh, I just got scared by the spider again.
Scared already scared.
Scared on scared on scared.
Mom, Mom, what song do you want him to make? Quickie. You make songs. It already looks taller than you from here.
It is.
Right.
Ah.
And it even has to be in the dirt, which is even...
Okay, the grasshoppers need to scram.
If it's as tall as you, it's even taller.
Okay, look, check out in the rose quartz garden. Check out this huge sunflower, y'all.
It's bigger than a leaf.
It's bigger than me. It still isn't even opened up.
It's bigger than a pumpkin leaf, actually.
Literally. Pretty amazing. This is so amazing. Oh, I see some tomatoes over here. Did I tell y'all that Nate's plant is a male? So, kind of bummed on that. But look at the pumpkins. The pumpkins are really going off. And they've been having beautiful blooms. I don't really know how they are. I've never grown pumpkins. This is my first pumpkin situation. But this is still growing and looking beautiful, so we respect, and we'll probably, juice the leaves, do what we can. It's a beauty. The other night I did see a little cucumber trying. The hemp is kind of still stagnant, but super cute. Check on the calendula. Oh, and let me say hello and good morning to Yarrow. Hello, Yarrow. Hello, little one. Thank you for being here. Oh, this calendula bud is opening. This one is preparing. What's this? A mushroom? Okay. Comfrey's like that. It's okay. This bed is out of control. Maybe I will learn to harvest the amaranth. I don't know.
Came to our territory.
Whatever happened to the kale? Nothing. It's dead. Nothing happened to the kale. I was faithfully working on the vlog while Daphne napped, and we're dipping into one of Kai's peaches. Yum. Okay. Dripping. I'm in my couple's uniform because I miss Nate, and he wore his sweatshirt. So I'm wearing my sweatshirt. I just finished my first dark purple anklet. It's really cute. We finished Kiki's delivery service. I'm giving Twig her CBD. She's a little bit anxious that Nate's gone. And why not? And I'm thinking about ordering some food. Some tail cali from my fave little Mexican restaurant. Because I love the matcha. The matcha salsa does not include chips. I think I can respect that. Chicken quesadilla, kids taco. I don't need this sample. And I need a pint of salsa. So this much salsa. What if I could freeze it? Maybe I can freeze it. I don't know. Frick it. Nate would want this for us. I made 100,000 and I freaked it. Maybe tomorrow we'll hit up this grocery store, but tonight I'm just chilling. Okay, that's fine. That seems good. Yes. Check out. ASAP is in an hour, which is fine. Yeah. I do what I want. Yeah. Like jousting, or what do they call that?
Bow and arrow.
Fencing, maybe. Spin the spinner.
Number 1.
You tied for first. Congrats.
Me second.
Okay, but look at this goddess. Look at this chica. Timidly peeking, uncovered, unencumbered, unfurling, breaking free, rising toward the promising light, opening up by Jody Bliss, forgeyourbliss.com. That seems like she's my chica. Must be with you. Okay, I got to call her.
Why are you showing me? Why are you showing me?
Yeah, I showed your food. All right, I continued to edit. I just worked my best at balancing momming and working. My Teocali order is a nice chicken quesadilla drenched in this sauce that I love, and that's really it. It's basic as fuck, and I don't care. You'll never take it from me. This is such a precious golden hour with the altar and the trees. It's 9:11, which is my trust number. Okay, the time just switched. But I'm letting Twiggy out one last time before I kind of like lock up. I'm still working on the vlog. It's okay though. I'm trying to tell myself it's okay. I've got time. I know I'm 32. I'm actually the eldest person who lives in this household. But whenever Nate leaves me home alone for the night, like, it's my indoor wind chime. Okay. Whenever I'm home alone with the kids, like for a night, an overnight, I'm just like, you're leaving me home. Like, I need a babysitter. Not to infantilize myself, but you know, I don't like feel like an adult, so it's like you're gonna leave me home alone with the kids. All right, I need to finish this up.
Protect your
I'm really enjoying this beading work. It's meditative, it's fun to make things that I can instantly enjoy. Do you wear anklets? What's the sitch? I feel so cunt with an anklet. Let me say that. Good morning. It's Sunday. I'm exhausted. I stayed up till midnight getting the vlog up. There were like a couple like tech hiccups. My computer is not doing well with all of this 1.5 hour stuff every week. And just, you know, I was just like juggling being present with the kids as much as possible yesterday, but also sifting through 3 hours of footage. So I know I keep saying this, but something does have to shift. I need to figure something out. And like this might be a good week for me to try some other things and maybe just showing you extreme highlights of the day versus ramble just like this, because next weekend is the circle of the rising moon. And so I can't be like spending a lot of time in the vlog. I'm sorry y'all. I try to provide because I know how it is to have my regular content that I love to check in with every week, and it literally gets me by. And I don't know if I'm that for anyone, but You know, that would be a dream. And yeah, it just, anywho, I'm awake. I'm moving. I don't even know how to describe how I'm moving. I'm doing things. I'm not quite here yet, but I'm also not, I'm not leaning on any substance except for water. Water. Because I just need to like find myself before I have coffee or weed. Coffee or cannabis. That rocked. That was amazing. And that will get me on the right track. So yeah, and it's like kind of a bummer because already on my mind, I sent an email out about every other day. So already on my mind is the need to get the last call video or email out for my root chakra. I usually send it on Sundays, but like I feel like I spent all day working, you know, yesterday, and I can't live like that. I'm not supposed to live like that. So things have just been in such flow that I'm like, I'll probably just extend the 50% off, extend everything through Monday. Pick up Wednesday with starting shadow work and go on from there, because that's the thing too. I am always walking a line, especially as an entrepreneur, of like consistency and following through versus fluidity and having that nice perk of flexibility. And it's like, I think I can extend that today. Today seems like a nice day to do that. I want to make sure the house looks amazing when Nate gets home. Maybe even have a little egg bake in the oven. So that's what I'm going for. Does anyone else remember these books, these Amelia books with like the composition notebook style covers and doodle inspired insides? They're so magical to me. I remember receiving them on like some type of special order, like maybe they were from the book fair, but Daphne has an affinity for them, so I let her tear them up. Look at this again. What's that chica up to? You want to hold Rex's hand to go inside? Do you want to hold my hand? Okay. You want some strawberry? Yeah. This one is like actually perfect. There's no other way to say it. The strawberry I'm eating is perfect. Okay, well, you try this one. There's still some meat on this one. Then I think I'm gonna make egg bake for when you wake up. So get that big bag, get that big bag. Daphne is my tiny mixer, baking helper. We are getting the egg bake together for Daddy's arrival home. You're just so cute. It does smell good. My bae. Ah! mean?
They want me to trip when I dunk in the paint. I'm popping champagne and I'm
Puffing on dank.
shining hard. Boy, these niggas gotta see me. My dick hard. Your bitch is easy. Now when I get paid, my checks be looking like time is money, so I went and bought a Rolex. Time was money, so I went and bought a Rolex. I'm talking millions, nigga. I'm talking millions. I'm talking millions.
I do believe this is the first time we are ever eating a meal, eating breakfast at the island. It's one of those things that you imagine doing in life in theory, but never really do in practice. And I feel like I've been living out more of those fantasies lately. And I mean stop, I mean keep going is what I actually mean.
When I did not, I did keep going.
We all found ourselves just chilling outside. Rex and I were playing a cloud game, just, saying what shapes were in the sky because the sky was perfect. I was getting note cards prepared to send out from the root chakra call, making YouTube community posts. I do post here statically if you didn't know. And Daphne was pushing her dad in the hammock, which was just adorable. We've just had the chillest time since Nate's been home. I really, I nourished us up and then we spent some family time outside. I fell asleep in the hammock. It was so glorious. The sky was being like so perfect and blue with like clouds, and I like just tucked into the hammock and I fell asleep. And I'm just working on anklets. I really love this metallic, deeper purple. It's a lot of fun. And it's fun to stack them with my existing light one too. So I'm just beading, and I think it's movie night. So we've just been extremely chill today, and we're gonna find something to watch. We settled on the movie Thumbelina. I don't think I've ever seen it, but I remember this, the name. Making popcorn. Nate's practically sleeping. And we're all cuddled into our bed. Normally we would have movie night in the living room, but we are cuddled in bed. And it just feels so good. The sunshine's streaming in. Living the life. I got another bracelet done. So let me show you. It's checked about in the sunlight. It's kind of fun. Look at these. Okay, these colors are so amazing together. It's having a hard time focusing. Yeah, how fun is that? So, it could be like a stack. So it could be like a stack of these two together. Could be amazing. Just the one alone. Now, of course, they're not bracelets, they're anklets. So this looks silly, but it's fun. So yeah, I'm up to 5 now. That's what's happening. I'm just letting them kind of charge up on the space. I got the popcorn. See, the lighting has already changed. Oh no.
Yeah.
They stole her?
Bye, bye,
I can't remember what I showed you from my thrift haul 2 weekends ago, but I got this shawl, which is like so amazing, and what I love, it's like so Leo season. It's totally commemorating Leo season for me. Daphne's new jammies are also like these colors, which is so cute. But also what I love about it is there's this like sparkly golden thread that runs through different parts of it, and you know that one of my cards is the golden thread card. So that, and it's a solar plexus card, a sun, an inner sun card, which is also Leo season. So I love this shawl. I'd be wearing it. And I got those 2 skirts. I wore one Saturday. I don't think I showed you the one that I tried on. It's like more floral. Might be like Ann Taylor. And then I got 2 pieces of art at that spot. I'm still in the process of rearranging the home. I think I'll get into that deeper once Rex goes back to school. I can really get into my tidy tour ways. But I'm switching some things around. So like by our door, we had a different plaque up. But this was one of the paintings, quote unquote paintings. It's a print, but I don't know. The colors were just speaking to me in the abstract of it. And I love flowers, of course. And when you walk into our front door, you do see this gorgeous iris painting by Brittany Beershine. So I just thought it kind of like went with the floral, but also adds color because I have more color going on downstairs. You cannot tell right now. So we know we have these round papazzons. This one's full of stuff. And I found this, which has a bunch of like circular images in it, but also orange. Which I think tied in the orange that is in our, lampshade. They were a set. So this one, again with the orange backing, it's a little bit of a lighter orange, but the circular imagery, I just thought, and then I like put that blanket in the center of the couch and it's like not fluffed and cute right now, but we also have this rug from Anna that has the orange in it. So it just was like tying things together, and I really do. And then we had the orange of the tigers and these other pillowcases that I got from the garage sale. So it's just like deepening everything. We needed a little depth down here. So now we have depth down here. The last thing that I got from that thrift store is this picture of this naked lady. And I love it so much. I don't know what it was. It was like the colors and the way that I was seeing those pillows, the orange of the pillows and that like sort of lily picture. But she has some of the same hues, and I just love how she's resting on the earth. So I got this, and I don't really have a spot for it. Both of them were from art.com, like technically, which was interesting. And so they both had these black frames, which was fine for me. So I just have her there, but I'm thinking about making this into like a goddess altar, as I told you last week. And I'm even thinking about hanging this like on the wall here. Maybe just for like anointment stuff and to kind of hide that cord maybe. But again, with the circular, so that came from Wendy. So I just keep finding stuff. I just keep collecting treasures. You could say I'm balling on a budget. I be getting down. But now it's time for morning pages. I cannot get around it. I need to reset my being with that this week. And I read my Channy of the day, my horoscope of the day, and it's saying to write about abundance, which I'm still wrapping up that section of the book. So I'm also set up with my beads, of course, just kind of like moving between things. More beading. I absolutely needed a hand massage the nights following this production. I stayed with the same brand of beads between both of the colors of purples. But one thing I really like about the light color is that they're glass beads. I really like the glass bead feel and sound. Now these are more like a metallic, and they're not technically glass beads. They're still gorgeous, but I prefer that texture. Life is such a dream. What do y'all think of this yellow watermelon? Hello? Okay. No, nothing. What's good? This is an altar reset time lapse in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I believe in God because my Spotify is on shuffle. Genius of Love is playing. I said, that's enough of that type beat. I hit next. It's big energy, big lotto. And that's why I know God exists. I'm kind of just stalling. I'm stalling, but I am moving. I slowed it way, 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 way down. Landed in power. I rearranged some things. Like, look how cute this is up here. All our vitamins, not all of our vitamins, but our main vitamins used to be like out on here, and it was giving me an eyesore. So I said enough of that. I wiped it clean. Just a bowl of peaches are in here. And this, which is holding all my trinkets. I always keep my like jewelry that I like take off once in a while, and AirPods and such like in the tray. So now they're just in this actual gorgeous glass case. It's Tuesday. It's the first day of school. I'm gonna light my incense. It was so nice to clean the altar yesterday. I really needed like that. I needed that. It needed that. I needed that. Light the nog. Actually, I'll light the Leo season honoring candle. Then I'll light the nog. Feels so good.
Okay, so the north.
I think I'll pull a Prism Oracle just to jumpstart my day. I don't know what my flow will be like with Rex going to school. I can get my pages done in about 30 minutes, so I feel like if I'm committed every morning, I could probably get them done before we leave for school. But anyway, I haven't done Prism since we pulled Happiness last week. Let's see what we have today. My cards are downstairs. Nate and I usually pull them in the bedroom these days. Okay, I'm grounding in. That is super sweet. I'm feeling it. Okay, I have to bathe my children.
Hello, my bow is like this.
Yeah.
Actually like this.
The sweeping never ever ends. I love Twiggy. She's my angel, and the amount of hair in this house is really truly insane. But she does help keep the food crumbs off the floor, so it's kind of like choose your battles, you know? Daphne, of course, right at my heels, giving it her all.
Hey.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Well, I have 50 minutes till I need to go get Rex from school. Jessica came over, brought her girls with some soup, some really amazing soup. If you haven't had Jessa's soup, sorry. And we had lunch together, and we hung out a little bit, and it was nice to connect because I haven't seen her a lot this summer, and she is one of the main women leading this weekend at the Circle of the Rising Moon. So it was nice to just connect with each other and get on the same page again. And I sent her home with one of the anklets. Her skin tone looked amazing with the dark purple. That's gonna be amazing. So anyway, I'm happy about that. She got sent home with one of those, and Daphne had a great time, but I pushed back Daphne's nap. So she's napping now, and I am working my best to get the shadow work intro email out. I feel like I lost a little bit of my mojo, a little bit of my like Leo season mojo, but I'm not like really looking into it too much. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna have it again. Now I'm back. So like already back to whirlwind. The thing about Rex going to school is it just feels like time feels limiting, you know, to have to be somewhere at this very specific time is like configuring a bunch of stuff. So I'm grateful, and I'm also acclimating. I am about to embark on a journey and make dinner. I'll string a minute. I'll string a couple beads while I look at you. Maybe I'm not going to make dinner because we told this Facebook Marketplace person we would come over at 5, which means we would leave here at 4:45, which means we'll have 15 minutes to eat. I guess I'll just wait. Never mind. Psych. If you were wondering, I did get my email out on shadow work. I did get my email out. And that feels good. This is the last of the series. So as far as virtual programming goes, oh, P.S. I extended the sale on the root chakra. It sort of escaped me, but I wasn't stressing it. And the energy of the root chakra is slow, is safe pace, is very balanced. And so it didn't feel right to rush anyone's choice and rush the sale on that. So I left it open through the full moon Monday, if you're at all interested in getting the root chakra materials for half off. But in line with everything, the shadow work course is also now available for half off because that's what we are going to be steeping in for the next 2 weeks. No, shadow work is not a chakra, but it's very important to my work. It's a very important aspect, and what I feel like concept and practice that needs to be grasped in order to experience the like levity of healing as well is to experience the depth and the darkness. So yeah, we'll be doing shadow work, and the call will be next Tuesday. And then I think, I don't have my agenda on me, but what I remember is that I think I'm going to do another round, like a fall round. We did one in the spring of RX for self-care. So that will be kind of like, I just feel like it's amazing for season changes, like the equinoxes, transitional energy. So we'll be doing an RX for self-care cohort in the fall. And then I'll kind of like close my virtual season of offerings, of live offerings, October 10/10. I'll have that energy work or energy protection class, and that will be virtual. It's the one that I did in person just a couple weeks ago, but I will have turned it virtual. That will be a ticketed event. You know, accessible entry, but ticketed. It's very valuable. So, yeah. However, my courses are always on my site because they're instantly downloadable and you can study them at your own pace. You could even get a group of people together to purchase the course. That'll be a real deal if you got it on sale. And then work through it together, or like keep each other accountable and share about your experiences. But yeah, then it'll be like fall, and then winter. And then it'll be like my vlogiversary in January. So time is moving, and I don't actually feel anxious or urgent or anything. I just feel excited. I just feel anticipatory about the future and everything that's unfolding. I'm having so much fun. Everything is very divine. Everything is unfolding in a way that I can embrace and like celebrate and feel good in. So I'm walking that walk, yo. I think I can get 2 more anklets. They might be bracelets, but 2 more anklets out of this set of string. Then I'm gonna need to get more string. But maybe I will take a break and move on to shrines.
Must be fries though. I don't want to. What?
Do the honors. Oh. Okay. You love it? I thought that you would like it.
Wow.
Okay, so I had a select amount of dark purple left, so not enough to even make one full one. So I wanted to do alternating, but Nate gave me the idea of doing 3 every other 3, which I kind of like because this is a magic gathering and, you know, classic power of 3. So I like that. Here's how they're looking in the abalone shell, which I think I will display them in here because it's just so gorgeous. It like pulls the purples out. I'm drinking my tea. I've got my list of to-dos going for the day, and I look like this. I haven't quite decided how to feel yet. I'm recovering from like a really challenging dream space. Dangerous, violent, challenging dream space. I'm sure that my morning pages would help. So I'm taking it easy. Can't believe I have to get Rex to school in half an hour. That's crazy. I'm having a chalkboard moment. 1/4 of my page has become everything is always working out for me. Now you're chasing. Well, hold on. I cannot see it. Okay, here it is. It's a little rusty. It is a nickel, if you can't tell. We're here. We're counting Daphne's money. This is her piggy bank.
Wow.
Shout out to Claire's. Place a penny in the slot. Close your eyes and wish a lot. A faraway place is where you'll go, all because you wished it so. It says vacation, so we've been saving this for her vacation. She has some bills stuffed. Claire's circa 2001. I've been wanting to show you my Claire's collection, y'all. We'll get to it. But anyway, we're dreaming and scheming. And she's counting that dough. Still doing that. Cool. You are about to witness my first sip of coffee for the day. For the last 48 hours. I'm back. I'm back at it for Jupiter Day. Whoa. This coffee is good every time. Like, it's not bitter. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing I can say that's wrong with it. It's good. Okay. So what's happening, you ask? Let's step outside. Come into my office. Not the chairs being wet. They're wet every morning. I can't have that. I'm too fragile. Is this side wet? A little bit. A little bit. I can hover. Okay. So it's Thursday and I really feel like I'm well. I'm well. Earlier, like in the week, I was starting to feel a little run down and that was worrisome. But I listened to my body and I went in on the rest. And now I feel like I'm aligned and well for the weekend. And so also in the name of upgrade season, it's not like everything was too good to be true, but I knew that there would still be some adjusting. So I feel like I had some time this week to sort of adjust. And now I am ready to receive and keep up with my blessings again. I had a wobble, as Abe would say. Nothing major, but I think I am going to listen to one of Abraham's My Favorite Morning Rampage. If I can find it, I'll link it. Actually, that one's not my favorite, but it's a top one. And I like little music in the background. So yeah, I'm going to do some Abe. I'm going to sip this coffee. I'm just going to be on it today. I'm just going to do the things because it's go time for the gathering. And I'm so ready. I have no idea what type of magic this will personally hold for me. But I'm really excited about that aspect too, because sometimes when I'm working these types of events, not that I don't receive benefit, but I don't let myself be immersed, but I feel like I have the perfect sort of level of involvement in this gathering where I can, and what I'm providing and offering and contributing is so natural to me that I feel like I can really be there and experience it as well. So full moon weekend, buckle up. I just went into nourish mode and wanted to make myself some tea, and so I did cinnamon, shatavari, nettle, and I'm out of oat straw. So Daphne voted on catnip, one of her favorites, and it was the complete right choice. It was so mwah. And of course catnip came through in the ceremonies of the weekend, so just really solid connection there and really soothing to my system. So I love this. I love this album so much. So yeah, we're getting down and we're nourishing. Yeah. Okay. Oh, maybe cancel. I think you had some of that. Here's a leaf. This is a leaf. You can have that. Pour up Daphne's adorable tiny mug. Pour up my One Smart Cookie mug. And just bliss, a blissful moment. Also made curry. I labeled my water this week as bliss because Audacity works so well. I thought, why not try bliss?
Whatever.
Whatever.
I just got this one. Mom, I did not get the heart.
It's okay. Okay, I adore being in ceremony prep. I'm running myself a bath right now. Picking some candles. I get just a little bit frenetic at the transition to, holy times because it's just like a pattern shift. There's a real slowing down, which is not always congruent with things like taking your son to school and picking him up and being on like that set kind of time. But I definitely can do it, and I love to do it. I'm grateful for the opportunity to do it. I love this work. This is soul work. This is everything to me. Oh, I showed you my spread for the weekend. Determination, hunger, and love. And I'm so there. Jess and I connected on a call briefly this morning. She held the vision. She saw the vision, clarified, and I was like right there with her. We always find each other's rhythms. I can rely on that, especially psychically. So yeah, I'm going to take my laptop into the bathroom though. I'm going to try to write my email. Just continue creating spaciousness for the weekend. The day is dwindling. It is 4:30, and I'm doing this till I return home tonight. I think I gave you a brief look at the LED neon sign YouTube said for being a high five partner. So that's thrilling. Thank you for watching my videos and helping me become a high five partner. This sign isn't so much my aesthetic, but of course my son Rex thinks this is the shit, and he's like obsessed with being a YouTube star because he sees me being a YouTube star, if I can call myself that. So we're just gonna have this in his room. They sent it to me for free, so I was like, sure thing. So that's really cute. I'm gonna go put that in his room so I can get rid of this box. How cute is a little foam? Although this sucks, but cute. Yeah, it's boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna throw pizzas in the oven. I'm gonna go over to the farm. Shoot, I gotta pack my stuff. I'm gonna head over to the farm, try to set up the basis of the Oracle portal, the camper, and, you know, keep getting things ready through tomorrow. Tomorrow's opening ceremony. And so I'm feeling like I will close the vlog tonight. That way I just have like a clean, fresh week ahead after opening the container, starting that new container. So that's the plan. I think the next time you see me, I'll be at the farm. Oh, I did want to show you though. Okay, a couple of things. So yeah, big mail week. My friend Anna, Anna, who is an avid watcher here, was a wellie for some years and some time, and is a local friend, came to the protection class, and she printed these pictures that we took after the class. So, and I love having printed pictures of like my friends because I'll put them on the fridge and stuff. And she sent some goodies for crafting. She's supporting my artistry. So these cute little butterflies, shiny butterfly 3D stickers. And I'll probably use this for a very special shrine, but holographic paper. She knows me well. So that was a surprise in the mail this week too. I love it, y'all. I'm very grateful that you think of me. And so you know that I'm a fiend for the King Soopers clearance aisle. And look what I found in there today. So it is Four Sigmatic. It's not the mushroom blend, unfortunately, that we love. But it is this half-calf blend. It's called Balance. Organic half-calf coffee with ashwagandha, eleuthero, adaptogens. Eleuthero, adaptogens. Tulsi? Am I seeing Tulsi? Okay, some chaga is in here. And you know, this is good for me. I don't know if Nate's going to be pleased about this, but for $7 and it's normally $17.99, I was like, let's try it. I'm pulled up. This is the camper. Let's hope that it's just open. Wait. Okay, cool. It's just open. We love that. Oh, nice. Okay, that worked. Let's step in. All right, I'm giving you the before. Okay, it's looking cute in here. I feel like she cleared out even since the last time I was here. So cute little curtains and little plants and box, little stool and stuff. Okay. I was gonna stop by Wendy's. I don't know if there's actually electricity in here is the thing. Oh, cute. Look at this really sweet bench. I don't know that I will like use all of this though. So I'm gonna need to get a concept here and then work it.
Connor? No. I was upstairs and I saw myself.
OMG. Stop that. Okay, this is the entrance. I might add some things here. I'm not sure yet. We have the curtains up. Little hearts everywhere. I'd like to cover that space, possibly a mirror. We have a tiny altar started. Plant when you walk in. Sarah had these chairs. They look so cute. I have some fabrics draped with the mobile, and then I'll have my offerings here, the shells and the anklets for mementos, and we'll be reading. Okay, I am a perfectionist and I never think anything looks good, but it's a start. I'm gonna see if I can source a couple other things tonight. Let's see, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock. So I think I'm gonna head to Target. I know I was already at the store today, but Rex's new iPad needs like a USB-C headphone thing. So I'm gonna do one more thing before hitting the hay, and I'll tell you when I'm home and I'll sign off there. I look so spooky. Here's the thing. Come to my room. I am home, but I'm not done with the day. Of course, I need to practice my French lessons. Oh, whoa. Okay, so of course I need to practice French. I need to edit this thing and just, put things together for a couple more things together for tomorrow. But I do want to get a good night's rest. That's important to me. I unfortunately have to return my books to the library. I've rechecked them out twice and they said no more. So I got these back in July or something. I went on a spree and I haven't been able to finish them. So I'm bummed because I do want to get to them. So let's see, what do I still have? So this one is Salt Crystals. I just liked the artwork, but now it's been so long that I don't even know anything that it's about. But it's a translated book. Okay, so I want to remember these because I want to recheck them out when I have more space. Okay, so Salt Crystals, never got to that. Oh, I guess this is my book, On the Spectrum of Ecstasy. Meow. Okay, I'll keep that. This was more of a story. The New Naturals, never got to it. You know what? I'll be vibing in my life and then have one weekend of doing something like this weekend and be like, I never get to read. When can I just lay down and read? It's like my everyday life. Okay, this one I am sad that I didn't fully get through. Not that I need to read it top to bottom. I'm sure I'll be getting it again. And I might just give it a nice look before I return it tomorrow. Crescent Moon, Matriarchy. Yeah, so this is the 100 Symbols book. And I thought this would be fun for creating concepts for shrines and stuff like that. So I probably will be getting this one again, but I'm going to give it a good peek to see if just any symbols stick out to me before I return it tomorrow. But that's an errand I need to run because I don't want them to be mad at me. And then what else? Oh, I have The Power of Myth upstairs, which I'm loving, and I want my own copy of that badly. I'm maybe a third through. So I made some good progress in that book because it's a little bit headier. But it's just not my season for reading, mate. I'm almost done with all my courses. The courses that I talk through every 2 weeks, so there will be more spaciousness. So speaking of, there is a shadow work call on Tuesday. It's the last of the chakra series. Obviously shadow work is not a chakra, but in my line of work, in my organization of things, my courses, my deck, pretty much everything I do, it's categorized by the 7 major chakras plus shadow work. So we're wrapping up that series. If you want to catch one and you haven't, make sure you mark your calendar for 11 Mountain Time. On Tuesday, the course is already marked half off and will be through the following Sunday. So that's what's next. And I'm just about to head into this magical full moon. What are we in? Is it the full moon in Pisces? It's Aquarius. It's Aquarius because we had double Capricorn. Okay. Full moon in Aquarius. I wonder how that will go for my boys. They're both Aquarius suns, but all right. That's everything I have. Comment if you made it to the end. I wonder what's up with the erratic views. Okay, I'm not going to get into it, but I do wonder, what do y'all like in a vlog? Because I'll make them long and you watch them. I'll make them short. They're not viewed as much. I'll post them early. They're not watched. I'll post them late. I can't catch a rhythm, but My real ones are here, and I see you constantly in the comments, so thank you for that. I appreciate it. All right. I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching, and bliss be with you.